I'm in Chinatown. It reminds me of Thailand. A bunch of tiny people that could kill me with kung fu. Is it good to humble yourself? You want to talk about diet-related stuff? I do.
He's walking somewhere.
I figured we'd talk a bit about cravings today for you hungry hippo freaks who just want to eat all the time. I have such a strong grasp of it now. I don't crave anything. I never emotionally eat. When I used to, I was healing on the vegan thing years ago, I would binge occasionally on things like chocolate, dark chocolate. I remember trying to make dark chocolate and dates. I threw up. I ate so much of it. What the hell was wrong with me? I was just so, yay. Eating fruit all day. Sugar craving roller coaster. Tip number 1, get off it. If you crave anything, chances are you suck. Just end it there. If you're ever reminiscing about old things you used to eat, you're like, oh, I wish I could eat that. I know it's not healthy, but oh man. I never think about food. I know y'all think I'm obsessed with diet. I never think about it until I eat. Hey, birdies. They know I would eat them. There's reasons why, though. The number one reason is I'm fat adapted now. Maybe there's more levels I can reach, but I burn fat for fuel now. There's no problem. I go 23 hours a day pretty much without eating. I'm never hungry. I never think about food. I don't even break it early on now. Sometimes I used to okay, I won't eat one meal a day. I'll have a little lunch today. I got nauseous a couple times doing that. Oh, I made a little coconut butter with vanilla extract. Don't even do it. There's a little bit of sugar, and glycerin is carbs. It tasted sweet and delicious. I ate too much of it, 500 calories. It did not end well. I'm on the wrong side of the street. So fat adaptation is key, as well as eating enough fat. If you're skinny and you're fat adapted, but you have no fat to use, it's you're gonna be hungry. So make sure you eat enough fat at night and have some flub on you. What's with this obsession? People getting shredded. You have no food on your body. That's so stupid. No caveman would ever try to get shredded. It's oh yeah, can I just give you some of this food I've been working all year to store? It's there's a limit. Don't store too much. You won't be able to flubber your ass down the road. But my God, there's magic in the fat burning metabolism. You just don't crave it. I feel bad for people who are just always hungry and always, oh, I can't wait for lunch. And then the snack before lunch. I think too many people emotionally eat. That's not why. You get into trouble if you do that. Just looking for comfort. Comfort yourself with a nice belly rub. Just a little. It's not gonna do a damn thing. But when it comes to practical tips, eating enough fat, eating enough nutrients. You could be deficient in something and then you're just constantly craving no matter what you eat. You're just always looking. I don't know that I believe the RDIs are what we should be shooting for and all these different nutrients. That's a sales pitch. Really, just the grain industry, dairy industry, it's nobody needs that much calcium. I have so much strength in my bones, you wouldn't believe it. How would I know? Oh, but I often eat 300 grams of calcium a day. Milligrams, I think. Not much. There's hardly any. I'm not eating dairy. My vegetable intake is pretty low. It ain't enough to sustain a skeleton. But in general, if you're eating pasture-raised animals and lots of veggies, you should be good on everything. And liver sometimes, and heart. Heart. There's so much B12 in heart. I was surprised. I thought it was just kind of like a regular muscle meat. Not really a real organ, because it's not unpleasant tasting. Organs have to be nasty. Heart's pretty good. Even nope. If you can guess what I was about to say, how dare you? How dare you? I think this is the path though. It has to be. Just I feel too good for it not to be. Things are working. Just a lot of fat, enough protein, not much, enough veggies, not too much, to where you're bloated and too much fiber can't pass through a narrow canal. Just move on with your life on that one. And it's good. I mean, I went to get my beef suet the other day and they were out. And I was like, oh man, this whole farm can't even sustain one person. That's a nightmare. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, so I'm looking for alternative fat sources. I tried egg yolks because cooked eggs with the whites were irritating me, and some of y'all were like, just try the yolks, bro. Same thing with me, I can't digest the whites. Thank you. I love learning from you guys. I just unbanned everybody. We're all free to talk shit. Wow. I don't know, I got a little ban happy for a bit. Sorry about that. Oh, that's heavy. Sometimes I lose my patience. I'm like, oh my God, all these same criticism. Yeah, I'll unsub from you. I don't take your advice. So sorry, I got a short fuse sometimes, but you're all free now to yell at me. But I was looking up the nutritional profile of egg yolks versus beef suet. I couldn't believe how much more nutrients are in the egg yolks. It's about 6 times more expensive. It's okay. He's getting blurrier and blurrier. Where will he go next? Oh my God. I mean, it's not like eggs are super expensive. They're still pretty cheap. I haven't been spending much. I had 1 week where I spent $97 Canadian. That's like 11 max US or even Norwegian dollars for all I know. It's getting pretty cheap. Once you max out on the fat, you're not eating too much protein, and your veggie intake without that juice was getting pricey. That was dangerous. He cut him off. I know, right? Caught it all on film. It was all too blurry for its own good. They won't stand up in court. But yeah, so far so good on those egg yolks. I just make my roasted veggies and meat, and then I add 3 raw egg yolks, separating the white and getting rid of that nasty slime white stuff. White boy. There's only a couple nutrients I think you'd even have to worry about eating like I do, and that could be iodine, because you believe that the bottom feeder shellfish type things are nasty and dirty. So those are a great source of iodine, but we don't eat them. So fish, mercury, not a huge fan. So you might want to supplement iodine. I do take a couple drops. Vitamin D, even though I'm getting sun, it's a Canadian sun, doesn't count. Don't have to worry about B12 anymore. That's a nice one. That's in abundance in my diet. I'm gonna go to No Frills. Let's see what they got. If they got any grass-fed lamb, that'd be nice. You see, stuff like this, it says grass-fed, but that doesn't mean a lot. It doesn't mean it was a happy cow. It just meant it ate some grass sometimes, then was fed corn, and then was brutally had its head chopped off. This stuff, 0 labels, you don't get that. Australian lamb, I'm looking at it. Look at you. Like, this would be really convenient to have ground lamb. It's so easy, but all it says is, oh my God, used without antibiotics. That's the only thing it said. It's probably fed GMO corn, factory farmed, unhappy. It sounds nice. Oh, it's face tracking them. That's hilarious. Oh, that is hilarious, Sony. Oh, you're so good. So I'm not buying that stuff. This is honestly a pretty terrible shop for meats. Why did I come in here? Honestly, don't sacrifice. It's convenient, but don't do it to yourself. You're getting a bunch of hormones, and even though they say, oh, we don't use antibiotics, we use anti-freotics. They're a different, some loophole like that bullshit. What was better, the first slow motion in 1080p, 240 frames per second, or this one 4K but only 120 frames? So yeah, quality is everything, and I think the higher quality foods you eat, the less you have to eat anyway. I got some tomatoes the other day. I've been buying non-organic tomatoes at the shop, they're cheap, and then I went and I saw these heirloom tomatoes. I was like, oh man, those are good, I remember. And I had one, I couldn't believe the bursting flavor. I was like, wow. People who say organic is a myth, maybe sometimes. Some of these like big farms, it's like, oh, this is organic. I bought some organic tomatoes that were not very good. The PC brand, it's probably a lie. But these from a farm, like an actual farm who cared, organic is the best. But in my opinion, quality is everything. And I don't have any cravings Yet when I enter my food into Chronometer, I'm deficient in so many things. It could be that I run into problems long term, who knows? But I feel good. I've never said that on the channel. I've never felt good. Till now. So hopefully you got some good tips to banish the cravings. I should have made like a thorough list and thought about it. I never do that. I just improv and walk. We take life easy here. I'll try harder. No, I won't. But eating nutrient-dense, organic, fat-based metabolism, that's the key. Just don't. I might go full organic. After tasting that tomato, just like, why wouldn't I? I'm buying non-organic broccoli, like why? It's not that much more, so maybe I'll do a video, how much more does it cost? How much I spend on full 100%. That was always my goal, 100% organic. I was like, one day I'll get there. Even though now I have the money, I don't spend it. I'm so cheap. Don't cheap out on your body. You have it now, even though this is a fake ass matrix. We're in it. Try to disprove it. That's an arm. A strong one. Monkey arm, oh my God. All right, I think we're done. Thank you for watching the video today. Thumbing up a Sony-based episode. Thumbs down if you crave breaded raccoon meat. You fry it in flax oil. Oh, Ray Pete would be rolling over in his grave. He's alive still. Oh boy. He drinks orange juice, so he's debunked. That's sugar. You lose. So, thank you for watching. A7S3, how did it perform? G Master lens. The beauty. Thank you, Camera Canada. Don't tell them. Subscribe for more videos. I say anything. It's a sign, my friend. Go organic. Don't panic.